All right, we are here with St. John Bosco class of 19 athlete Jake Bailey. He's a Stanford recruit, and he's just come back from his trip up to see Stanford. So, Jake, let's start right there. How did the trip go for you?
The trip was amazing for me, actually. I absolutely loved everything about the school, and the game was really fun.
So, was this your first time at Stanford? Did you get to see or do anything that you hadn't done before on the farm?
Yeah, this was, in fact, my first time, and I got to do a lot. I got to see a lot of the campus. Pre-game, I got to go in the locker room and see a little bit of that. Got to go on the field, pre-game warm-ups, and again, the game was a really good experience.
And you had a celebrity speaker, if I'm not mistaken. Is that correct?
Yeah, we had a lot of celebrity speakers pre-game at the tailgate where all the recruits were, and that was really fun.
Who kind of stood out amongst those speakers for you?
There was multiple student athletes that I thought were really influential to me and really hit me hard, talking about their experiences at Stanford and kind of their journey. One of them was she was I can't remember the name. She was on the diving team, I think. African American girl.
Oh, Simone Manuel?
Yeah, Simone. That is her. And her story was just incredible to me, and I thought how successful she was at going through her path at Stanford. I thought that was absolutely amazing.
So let's talk before we get into your recruitment about your season. You guys have played a bunch of really good opponents, and you've beaten most of them. How do you feel like your season is going along?
I think our season's going pretty well. We lost a tough one in the first game, but against St. Thomas Aquinas. But since then, I think we've been on a really good run, and I think we've been kind of clicking offensively. And I think starting league this week, I think we're just going to start rolling, and I think it'll be good.
So give us the scout. Who's your opponent this week, and where do you fit in the offense heading into that game?
Our opponent this week is Orange Lutheran, and they got a lot of new guys this year, a lot of new transfers and coaches. Their offense looks really good. They've been throwing the ball all over the field really successfully so far this year. For me, I'm in the slot still on offense, and I'm playing a little bit of defense as well in a nickel spot and a little bit of corner as well. So I'm still doing the same thing, and I'm doing all I can. The team's doing the best I can.
All right, and so let's talk just a little bit about your recruitment. What are some of the other schools that you've heard from at this point?
Other schools, UCLA has been on me, as well as Cal and Colorado, a lot of Pac-12 schools like that. Not too many out of Pac-12. I just got a BYU offer a couple of days ago, so that was big for me, and that's how it's going so far.
And you obviously have a lot of time left, but just two questions. First of all, do you have any other visits lined up?
I'm going up to Washington in a couple weeks for a game and a quick little visit. And outside of that, I think I'm going to go up to Cal pretty soon as well. Check that out. Besides those two, I think no more right now, but we'll see in the future.
So you obviously have so much time left and a lot of football to play with Bosco before you have to make your choice. But let me just ask right now, the college that you choose, what are some of the boxes that need to be checked off?
For me, it's a really big family thing. I want to have a really strong relationship with the coaching staff and my whole family as well. I want to build that relationship real strong, and if I feel like I have to feel that relationship be real tight, that bond, that's really important for me, as well as the whole school atmosphere overall. I want to have a fun school to be at, a school that's comfortable at. Like if I was playing football, I like to think about that, and
So how does Stanford fit in those criteria for you so far?
From what I've seen so far, I haven't seen too much, but what I've seen so far, it's absolutely great. The coaches were all very friendly to me and treated me very well based off our little relationship we had. But so far, they've been awesome. They treated my family awesome. And the school is obviously beautiful. I love the atmosphere about it, and I think it could be a great fit.
All right, and then just one last question. what part of your game do you want to improve the most? You basically have the second half. You got league play started. So from now until the end of the year, how do you want to get better as a player?
As a player on defense, I definitely want to work on my technique, both pressed up in man and off, because I know there's a good chance I might be playing defensive back in college, so I definitely want to work on my defensive technique. Offensively, just perfecting routes. I know route running is a big thing, and I want to definitely perfect my routes and get better at that.
All right. That is Stanford Cardinal class of 19 recruit Jake Bailey out of Bellflower, California, St. John Bosco. Jake, thanks so much for taking the time tonight.
Thank you so much for this. I really appreciate it.